While I'm making videos on the topic of people who deny things, I just wanted to mention a certain person called Dorian Yates. He's a former Mr. Olympia, won Mr. Olympia 6 times. He's got, which I really respect the guy for. Plus, he's definitely an intelligent guy. Like, I've seen him in a lot of podcasts talking his stuff. I like the guy's personality. I like some of the stuff he says. You know, he's very interesting to listen to. But one thing that he says that he believes that I truly disagree with, I couldn't disagree with any more, is the fact that he denies the Holocaust ever happened. How can you possibly deny that the Holocaust ever happened? I mean, there's so much evidence out there and witnesses and people who were there and suffered it and saw it happen, you know, that's still alive even today. You know, a lot of them have died, obviously, since, you know, the Second World War was a long time ago. A lot of the people that were there have died, but some of them still survive to this day and can tell the story, you know. His excuse for all these Jews dropping dead was that they died of venereal diseases that were around at the time, just things that were, you know, in the world that people were dying of. They all just dropped dead from those. That's how all these Jews dropped dead. They weren't all murdered, of course, in gas chambers and, you know, via human atrocities, you know, conducted by Adolf Hitler and his, you know, his band of nutters, his band of crazy Nazi psychopaths. I really don't understand Holocaust denying and people who have that attitude. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. If you use your brain and look at the evidence that's out there, there is too much evidence for it happening. There's no way it didn't happen, and these people just dropped dead of other things. It doesn't work that way. I can't remember the figures. I'd have to look it up and Google it, of the amount of, you know, Jews that were murdered worldwide, but it's a ridiculous number. They all just didn't drop dead of diseases that somehow nobody non-Jewish didn't drop dead of. Doesn't make any sense. Like, they dropped dead of a disease, you know. Why wouldn't non-Jewish people be dropping dead as well at the same time if that was true? You know, that's the excuse this particular person gives for, you know, the Holocaust not to have happened, and it's a load of bollocks. So yeah, even the smartest people can have the dumbest ideas. Probably me included, you know. I'm sure I've got ideas that come across as dumb to certain people, you know. And I consider myself, you know, to have a reasonable, you know, a sound mind and, you know, a reasonable, you know, sort of critical thinking person who can think for myself, etc. But yeah, there you go. So Holocaust denying, yeah, it's a weird thing to do.